Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Look at me all at the bottom of the screen. So much negative space over top of me. Good morning. How's everybody this morning? I'm walking away for a second. I'll be back though. Hope everybody's doing fine. Welcome to See You in the Morning. What this is my horrible idea to wake up every morning and just give y'all way too much of my personal business. I'm trying to do a couple of things this morning while I'm talking to y'all. Y'all just get to look at the living room. Enjoy it. Bask in it. Revel in its glory. I'm excited to be here this morning. I was going to get a writing stick to write down the stuff that I wanted to talk about today because I felt like I was going to forget it. And so I was looking for a writing stick so I could write everything down. Well, good morning, everybody. How are you? Let me see. We'll talk about that this morning. This morning. And then y'all have seen this all unfold live. This is what's real about it. You get to see the inner minutia of the show, me trying to figure out what I'm gonna talk about while we're here. And then there was to do this, and then it is, and then that. There we go. All right, I got a well-oiled show today. Today's show is oiled. Today's show, it's a different kind of show. I'm in a different mood today. So we're gonna talk for a little bit, and then we'll move on, get out of here, and we'll enjoy our Thursday. Welcome to See You in the Morning. My horrible idea to get up in the morning to give y'all way too much of my personal business. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. So excited to be here. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and found it not robbery, if you found it not robbery, to come back and watch again, I appreciate you because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. This show can go a variety of directions. I don't know about how left it'll go today. Today will probably be a more somber, more introspective type of show, but it's okay. Those happen from time to time. So let's get into it. Let's speak to the people that speak to me. That's the one thing that I do every show. I speak to y'all because y'all don't have to speak to me. Y'all don't have to watch the show, which is great that y'all do. So let's go ahead and talk about that. The first three people that speak to me get the mythical morning medal. So let me get those out real quick. The bronze medal goes to my man downtown Keith Brown, who just never gets the initial good morning right. He always messes up the first good morning. He tries to type. I don't even know how he ended up at an H. But he tried to get. This is what he came up with while trying to do it in Good Morning. It was just great hip hop. I don't know what. Holy Hernandez. So that's downtown Keith Brown with the bronze, rolling in with the silver this morning is IDA out of Seaborn. And winning the gold is Mr. Kuther's wife, Melissa Kuther, like Luther. She's a reading specialist. She teaches people how to read, especially. She specializes in reading. So Melissa M. Kuther, like Luther, with the gold, Ida with the silver, Keith with the bronze. Almost getting the medal is TT, Tiny and Tasty, Crystal Pennell. The Pride of North Carolina is in here this morning. Courtney Weston and Murphy. My man Snoop's in the building. Wilberta's in the building. Lisa. I have a date with Lisa. I don't technically have a date with Lisa, but she's here. Good morning, Slim Goody. Starris is in the building. Jamie Woo is in the building. Speaking of wolves, which are real dogs, my friend Brienne is in the building, and she's got dogs that she treats like people, but they just not. Courtney, good morning. Dwayne Farmer, good morning. Good morning to you. Snoop just ruining everything. Today's game day, go War Hill. You know what? GG, go Grafton. Go Grafton. Grafton all the way. I don't even know what Grafton's mascot is, but go Grafton. Beat that team on High Street. Marche, good morning. Michelle McKinney, good morning. Carmen, hey. Christine, good morning. Good morning, Kimberly. Delisa, Sandra, Joyce. Y'all is in here this morning. Jackie. Carlita, Angelique, good morning. There they go, the Jones fam all in. What's up, Mark? Not faster. We just be in here making up stuff. Angelique, welcome to another show. I got a email from you, Angelique, and some people you didn't have to go through all that process with it. You should have just called me and asked me. You're a little bit different, but it's okay. I respect the game. I respect the game. So, Angelique, good morning. So this morning we're gonna talk about a lot of different stuff. Let's get into it. This morning is about a bunch of stuff that I just think ain't right. It's got a lot of things that I just think that just ain't right. Just ain't right. First and foremost, if you've been paying attention to the show the last couple of days, I've been leaving the show. I've been having doctor's appointments. So the first one, I had to go to my orthopedist because I'm slowly falling apart. I keep saying that I want to get married at some point, but I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's not gonna be pretty. Whoever's getting me got to get me at a discounted price. I by the time somebody gets a hold of me, I'm gonna be slightly irregular. I'm slowly falling apart. I'm just not together. So the day before yesterday, good morning, Candace. Good morning. I had to go to my orthopedist. Now I go to the orthopedist because I got to get my knees looked at. I'm pretty much now. This body that y'all are seeing now, this body right here is pretty much. I'm definitely not at a high end store. You're not gonna find one of these at Saks Fifth Avenue or Go Yard or any of those places. At best, I got a Burlington body. At best, Burlington. The best I got is a Burlington body. So I had to go to the orthopedist yesterday to go ahead and look at these knees. I got this knee. This knee is not right. My right knee is right. My left knee definitely isn't right because it's left. But this right knee, it ain't kneeing. So a little while ago, they put in. I got to tell my son I love him. Hold on. Have a great day. Love you. That was some son. So I went to the orthopedist. Now the orthopedist, he took me and he put a cortisone shot in my knee like 3 months ago. I've been feeling good. Now Burlington has some good deals, but you can wear that shirt one time. You don't expect multiple wears out of a Burlington shirt. That's probably what's gonna happen with my wife. She's gonna get one good ride, and I'm done. All right, I'm tapping out. And no matter how many 100 packs you buy, I'm done. I'm just good for chores around the house at this point. What's on the knees? What's going on, Bishop? So I went to the orthopedist. I went there. He looked at my knee. He told me my knee, asked me how my knee was doing. So it was pretty good. Only time I had real problems if I play basketball, I might get a little flare up in the knee. It might swell up. So he went and he insulted me. My orthopedist insulted me. My orthopedist looked at my leg, looked at my knee, told me all my ligaments were fine. Checked it out. Told me, first of all, that I needed to get some compression socks. I told him sometime when I wear my knee brace, it makes my whole leg swell up. He's like, yeah, that happens. He said, you gotta get some compression socks. He said, don't go and get the ones out of like Walgreens. He said, those just for old people. You don't want those compression socks. He said they got athletic compression socks that you can wear. He said a lot of runners wear them. He said I wear them when I work out. Blah 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 blah. I was like, hold on, cuz not the compression socks. You ain't got me in the diabetic specials, do you? You got me in the sugar socks. You want me to wear the sugar socks? Then this is what he had the nerve to do. He went and looked at my leg. He goes, grabs my leg. He said, "Look, you got a pretty meaty calf. Did you just call my calf meaty? Did you just call my calf meaty? A meaty calf?" So he's like, "You might need to cut down on the compression. You know, there's different levels of compression." That man told me I got to get sugar socks. Then call my calf meaty. Listen, I didn't pay a deductible for you to come in here. I didn't pay a deductible to come to a roast. I did not come to this. No, I did not come here to be roasted, sir. Put that meaty calf on the grill. Now I got a turkey leg. That's basically what you told me. Good morning, PP, Patricia Pittman. Now I got Arby's calves. I got the meat. That's what you told me. I got a meaty calf. He's like, it's got good muscle to it. No, too late now, sir. You already called me fat calf. Come here, fat calf. That's all I heard was fat calf. Then yesterday, I had to go to physical therapy. So when you go to physical therapy, you tell them whatever the problem is. What up, DeCarlos? Here today's game day. We've already discussed that. Go Grafton. I go to the physical therapy. When you go to physical therapy, first thing they do, they try to get you at a baseline to see what's really going on. You got to go. They got to figure out what's going on. So they put me through a series of tests. Now I went to physical therapy for my back and my knee. Y'all know. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Queen Honey. Y'all know I was involved in an accident. So when that accident happened, agitated my back. I've had a little bit of back pain. So again, once I get married, you got about 6 strokes, and I'm pretty sure the sciatica is gonna take over. I'm pretty sure after that 6th stroke. So I go to she puts me through all the exercises to try to figure out where I'm strong and I'm weak. So there's one exercise where I got to lay on my tummy tums. They put a pillow under my tum-tum. I had to lay on my tum-tum, and I had to do like a Superman. I had to lean up off the table and just hold it for as long as I could. I had to lay on it and hold it up for as long as I could, right? And she's like, and I'm gonna time it. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm sitting there holding up my chest like a proud peacock, like a woman that just got brand new implants. I'm laid off. I had a Superman it. She times me. I was like, oh, all right, I'm done. She said, just go down whenever you can't take it no more. And I was like, that's what every woman tells you. Just go down when you can't take it no more. So I go ahead and lay flat. 18 seconds is what I had. 18 seconds. And she was like, oh, okay. And the sound of disappointment she gave me after that 18 seconds, I was just like, I can't do this. I mean, she sounded so disappointed in my 18 seconds. She was like, I was like, well, what's the goal? She was like, it was a minute. I was like, oh. Like nobody told me I'd have fought through it. I'd have kept on trying. I like, man, I probably could have done more. And then I come up with all kinds of excuses. The sun was in my eyes. I was just coming up with reasons, right? So then she said, okay, well, flip over. Now get on your back. I was like, this has become really sexual. I don't know if anybody else is noticing this. Hopefully this is being filmed. I hope this is being filmed. Good morning, Tiffany. I hope this is being filmed. After I had to raise up, she told me lay over on my back. I was like, okay, this is what we got. Sugar shots. This is right. 6 strokes, sugar shots in 18 seconds. That's it. I can't say sugar socks no more. So next she told me hand on my chest. No, hands in the lock behind my back, knees up. She said, I need you to tighten your tummy. And I was like, first of all, I'm a grown man, ma'am. I am a whole adult. Don't you ever again call it a tummy. I'm a whole grown man. Tell some tighten your tummy. She said, tighten your tummy, squeeze your cheeks. Tighten your tummy. I was like, now I'm in prison. I don't know what's happening. I gotta tighten my tummy and squeeze my cheeks. and lift up off the ground. Listen, she said, we're going, no, that won't it. That won't it. She did tell me to do that. When she told me to lay on my back, she said, here's like in a lot, knees up. She said, I need you to go in a crunch. She said, we're going to test your abdominal strength. She says, we're going to go ahead and test. I said, okay, cool. I said, oh, but you done messed up now because you told me the minute last time. Now I know what I got to shoot for. And she said, oh, no, it's changed now. Just like a woman, once you get used to something, she changed the game. I'm prepared to give her a minute on this crunch, this modified crunch. I just got to sit up. I'm prepared to give her a minute. And she's like, no, the timing is different. I was like, so now I don't know what to expect again. I get in there 30 seconds. 30 seconds. She say, stop. She said, that's it. The test was 30 seconds. So I passed that one flying colors. But it was, listen, when she told me what's going on, Roy, when she told me I had to tuck my tummy, tighten my tummy, squeeze my cheeks, and do a bridge, like over troubled waters. That's what I asked. Over troubled waters, over Terabithia. Which bridge am I doing? So I starts the bridge. And it wasn't pretty. That bridge was not pretty. What up, Big Juan? My man Pootie. The bridge was not pretty. I bridged, but I had to think so hard. She kept giving me exercises. When I tell you, I had to think. I was like, I don't think I've ever sucked in my tummy and squeezed my cheeks. I don't know how you women take pictures. Because that's clearly what y'all do in every picture. Suck in your stomach, squeeze your cheeks. And it was not easy for me. It was not easy. It was not easy. I had to think. I had to think that thing through. So, meanwhile, after I had been told I had meaty calves the day before, so my calves were meaty. No, this is a different doctor. Told my calves were meaty. I get out of here. She tells me, okay, you got some issues with your knee. She said, but your real problem is, here we go. Here's what I got to tell you. She said, here are your two areas of weaknesses. Your glutes. And I know the name of the muscle group in the front of my legs. She said my core was fine. She said I got bad glutes. And I could work on my quads. She said my glutes and my quads. She said, but them glutes really need work. So now I got these chunky calves, which lead me to have to wear these sugar socks. And I don't even have no strong cheeks. Basically, I can't go to prison. My cheek strength ain't strong enough. I don't have the butt cheek strength. You know how hard it is to find out that you got weak cheeks? She told me to my face, my cheeks is weak. I got weak cheeks. So my cheeks is just flapping in the wind is basically what she told me. She told me if I strengthen up these glutes. She said, if I work on these glutes, it'll get everything else right. That's what she did. Basically told me. She said, my cheeks will get everything else right. So here I am. I got bad knees, bad cheeks. Bad knees, bad cheeks. I'll never be Megan Thee Stallion. I'll never be able to be out getting sexy. It's just terrible. What's up, Dane? Good morning. I can't do it. And thank you, Toya. I'm a grown man. Why do I need strong cheekage? Why? What am I doing? I'm not out here to make it clap. There's no clapation here. Did I said loose cheeks? I don't know. They're just not strong. I'm weak cheeked. All right, that's that. Now, I think everything else that I'm talking about today has to do with social media. I don't like social media. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Me and social media, we ain't getting along. One, I hit the gym. I don't go in there working on my cheeks. I don't hit the gym and be like, I just don't know any man that be like, let me go to the cheek, work on these butt muscles today. I'm on glutes. Ooh, 2, 3, and glute, and glute, and glute. Got to get them strong. Cheek strength, cheek strength. No. I know I just don't do it, Juan. I go to the gym. I just don't. I never work chest and arms. Yes. Chest and arms. I'm on it. Wearing a thong. No. Chest and arms. Yes. Wearing a thong. No. I'm just not ready. Social media. I have a love-hate relationship with social media. I can't deny that social media is an effective tool for what I do in my career. Y'all are watching me right now on social media. So I can't be like I want social media abolished. Now I say this. My vocation as a comedian, people were always doing social media. Like they always did social media. It wasn't anything new. Social media was something, not social media, but my comedians have always used word of mouth and talk. So I can make it as a comedian without social media. It's just a little bit different, right? Social media has driven me to areas, highs, lows, all of that. I love it, but I hate it. Social media, I love it, I hate it. I say all the time, I love social media because it gives everybody a voice. But I hate social media because it gives everybody a voice. I've been watching stuff. I came up here. I know I try my hardest to get my message out to everybody. It doesn't always work. For example, on the first day of school, one of the things I came to talk about, especially in this area, but all over the world, I think buses are going to be a thing of the past soon. Sooner or later, we ain't going to have no buses. You can forget school buses. 5-10 years. 5 to 10 years, school bus is going to be out. You're going to have to go back to how it used to be. You're going to have to walk to school. Nobody walks to school anymore. School be right across the street. People still get their kids a ride. It used to be school in your neighborhood. You walk to your neighborhood. I remember going to middle school. I went to William E. Waters Middle School. There was no buses in Cavalier Manor, period. None. Not to take you there. You had to get bus from somewhere else. Everybody in Cavalier Manor walked to school. The morning used to be just a mass exodus of people, little kids just walking like little lemurs. They were everywhere. Kids just walking to school. That's what happened. Kids will walk to school. Now they talking about safety concerns. You can't kidnap all of them. We lose a kid here, there, kid gets picked off, sold every now and again. But now, these kids is different. So I'm looking at the reports. And first couple of days of school, social media be just ablaze with people complaining about what happened in school. Transportation is the hardest part of the school day. I keep telling y'all, bus drivers are human beings and they are super important. Nobody pays the bus drivers like they're important. But how you getting your little raggedy kids to school without bus drivers? They treat the bus drivers terrible. They don't respect them. They act like the job ain't worth nothing. They treat bus drivers terrible. And they got to show up all the time. Right? Now, these people take the bus drivers and they treat the bus drivers horribly. The way that they're trying to make the bus driving, there's not enough bus drivers, there's not enough buses. So now you got all these stops. There used to be just like they did with trash. They used to have the trash man. You see how the trash man just drives around the neighborhood and he just looks for trash. You used to do the same thing with the buses. You used to have the bus drive through the neighborhood and look and hope there's some kids at every bus stop. They realized that wasn't efficient because the bus drivers was going and he's got multiple schools to do. He's got double runs to make. So we need to know that there's going to be kids at these bus stops. So the first few days, if you didn't sign up for transportation, the bus ain't coming to that stop. A lot of parents don't sign up for the transportation. Cool. A lot of people don't go. I remember we used to look in the paper every morning. Look in the paper that morning right before school start to find out where the bus is going to be. The bus stop been the same place for the last 37 years, but you still go and look. You go and look to see where the bus stop is going to be. We do it. Now people don't do that. People just assume that their bus stop from last year is going to be the bus stop this year. I saw it. People like, this was last year's bus stop. That was last year. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I know it. Pay the bus drivers. You got to pay them. Yes, last year's bus stop is not this year's bus stop. So they're going through that. So now people are upset. They blame the schools. First of all, I said it before. I'm going to say it again for those who don't know. The school has nothing to do with transportation. Them people in that school don't know nothing about the buses. They don't know the buses. They don't know where your child lives. They don't know the streets. They don't know where the buses stop. Transportation is the only department that handles transportation. You can call the office all you want to. That lady in the office don't know. Transportation is what handles transportation. I'm telling y'all, the people they don't know what's going on with the buses. Literally, if school day ends at 3 o'clock, they getting a call at about 2:40 telling them this bus is coming, this bus ain't coming, this bus will be driving for this bus, all of that happens at the end of the day. Nobody sees any of that. It's crazy how it works. People got to go through a lot. There's a lot going on. Transportation is only one transportation department. I'm pretty sure they but like 3 people working downtown in transportation. So because of that, they're talking to the schools. They're trying to talk to the bus drivers. The lady in the office got to call transportation. Lady in the office, she got to be the whole let me call transportation. She don't know. They just trying to deal with your kid in that school. Now, ain't but a few people that work in transportation. They don't have 75 operators standing by. You try to call transportation, the lady that's working in transportation, she's calling, she's talking to the buses. Y'all don't think buses run all day. Buses run all day. They drop kids off. You got kids that do the first college that drops off. You got kids that go to one school. For example, I think Churchland has the only horticulture program. So you got buses that take them from their home school over to the other school for that class. You got early childhood. You got kids coming from other schools. Buses are running all day. The transportation talking to them. They're calling all the schools if there's a problem, everybody else. So now people at home, they want to complain. So they call the transportation. Like they don't answer the phone to transportation because I can't take the time to sit there and talk to you for 6 years. I can't take the time to talk to you for 6 years and do that. Queen Hunter said they don't call. Now that lady in the office, she can't stop her day and call transportation for your problem. That's why she give you the number. Hey, look, here go transportation. You call them. I got 75 issues that I'm dealing with in here. It's a lot. But we also don't need y'all lying on these people. We don't need y'all lying on these people. I was online yesterday, and the lady told me something. They got the kids sitting 5 to a seat on the bus. Impossible. Impossible. I got to ride on a school bus today to go to the game. I've been on school buses before. It's not even possible. I don't care if it's 5 kindergartners. You can't put 5 children per seat. It's not possible. It is not humanly possible. Stop lying on these people. Stop lying on these people. You get on this social media, my baby just told me they sitting 5 to a seat. First of all, your child can't count. Your child is going to have a hard time with the SOLs if they can't count and they think it's 5 people sitting in that bus seat. 3 to a seat. If you got 3 in a seat, that's got to be kindergartners. 3 regular sized people ain't fitting in the seat. That third person gotta have. I can't be the third person because you're gonna have to have strong cheeks to sit on there. You gotta have a cheek that can hold on to that edge. Apparently, my cheeks aren't made for that. My cheeks are weak. I got weak cheeks. I can't be that third person on the edge. I can't be. I gotta sit inside. They know. There was five kids in the seat. There ain't no way. Stop lying on social media, people. Stop lying. Now, you try to figure out why we don't have bus drivers because you got kids that act the fool. Kids on there smoking weed, vaping on the bus, cussing, acting a fool. These kids act a fool on the bus. People don't act like kids act a fool. Kids don't just act a fool on the bus. They act a fool in the classroom. Social media, I get to see too much on social media. I see too much on social media. Social media is way too influential. Yesterday, I watched social media, and they had a dryer vent cleaning service. And the guy was like, these people ain't never cleaned their dryer vent since they had the house. And he put a little twirly thing up there. It put out so much dryer lint. I was like, oh, my God. It influenced me. I went and pulled my dryer out the wall and went to go look for dryer lint and won't even nothing in there. It won't even nothing in there. Porter, these kids, me on the bus vaping, lit, they be lit. Be lit. And I ain't even talking about high school, elementary, middle school. And here's the thing. The precedent is set by the parents. Now I don't have nothing to do. If you smoke cigarettes, if you smoke the devil's lettuce, that's on you. I ain't mad at y'all for doing what y'all do. Y'all smoke, you smoke. If you ever work on the parent pickup line, on the parent drop-off line at a school, and you got some kind of smoke allergies, if you in recovery, you don't want to work there. They open that door to let them kids out, and I swear Bob Marley brings every third child to school. You got to smoke that bad. Your wake and bake is that bad that you can't drive your kid 5 minutes over to the school without having that thing smell like the Snoop Dogg limo service. That's where the precedent comes from. These parents, y'all smoking so much, these kids come to school giving each other a contact. Now, suddenly, all the boys got hair. The low cut is a thing of the past. All the boys now got hair. So all the boys come in, they smelling like weed, all in the kids' clothes. It's crazy. Ganja in the morning. That's all y'all do. And I'm not saying that y'all can't smoke the devil's lettuce. Enjoy it. But you know it's making your kids do it too. Now your kids smoking devil's lettuce. Now I got 7-year-olds in class higher than Cootie Brown. And I don't know what Cootie Brown did to become a professional. That's my next topic, Latrice. I got it written down. I don't know what Cootie Brown did. Cootie Brown, I don't know how high he was, but for him to be the precedent for high is crazy. You know how high you got to be that everybody refers to being high as you? Well, he was high as Cootie Brown. We ain't never met Cootie Brown, but we all know Cootie Brown was high. Now, where he was high at internationally, you can go any country and be like, I was high as Cootie Brown, and they, oh, that's a Cootie Brown. It's crazy. Cootie Brown, an Apollo legend. Cootie Brown. Now, y'all keep talking about your kids don't wild out. Y'all don't know that these kids be wilding out. These kids is out of control. I'm watching social media. I see an interview with a lady principal from Texas, nice looking woman. She seems to be the mule, since that's the word everybody wants to use. But she keep winking at me. And I'm looking at social media. I'm like, you only know me like that, lady. Why you keep winking at me? She winking at me, and I'm looking, but then I noticed that the wink ain't stopping. It's a whole wink. And I'm like, that eye's closed. But apparently, an out of control student in a Texas classroom threw not one, not two, but 3 desks in the class. Now, the lady, got to give her credit. She went in. She said she came in. She saw one student outside already bleeding. This is when I go over my check. This is when I go look at my check. If I pull in and there's one student already outside bleeding, there's already one student outside bleeding, it's time for me to look at my deductions. I'm like, no overtime. I don't have no hazard pay up here. I don't know if I'm going in. Me personally, I might have tucked around the window, seen what was going, tucked around the door, seen what was happening. And I'm looking for school security. I'm looking for school security. Somebody got to come in. Somebody got to be a trained professional, throw a smoke bomb, and then let's get them out of there. And not me. But she said she goes in. She sees that the teacher's in there hemmed up. First of all, you got the wrong teacher in there. Teachers, I need y'all to make a decision. Either you gonna knock the student out or you gonna leave the classroom. They get wild like that. The room was in disarray as the student had flipped over. Okay, cool. You flipping desk? Holler back. Y'all don't pay teachers enough for them to deal with your child flipping desk. We getting everybody out of this class. We all gone. We outside. We locking him in. Have at it. Yeah, you decorate that classroom. That bulletin board is just going to have to be a victim today. Let them do whatever they want to in there. It's a child that's going to tire itself out. Let them. After about, you ever did exercise? I clearly haven't, because I got these weak glutes. But you bend over and you flip that tire. You can't flip that tire but so many times. So as a teacher, make a decision: knock them out or roll out. Knock or roll. But one of these outs is getting ready to happen. The teacher's in there hemmed up. The principal goes in. She going in to be a superhero. They always talk about these principals don't support the teachers. She went in a support role. She was a bra. The child threw a desk at her. She was talented enough to catch the first desk. Caught it, in your face. This child will not be denied. Oh, you're going to catch one. Now they playing dodgeball. The child throws another desk. She was like, I was able to block the second desk with the first desk. Pa, pa. The child now throws a third desk. Now, I'm telling you, 3 desks, all rules have got to be off. Once you threw the first desk, okay, second desk, third desk, got to do it. I'm on it. You third desk? You done thrown 3 desks at me? 3? Somewhere the custodian hot. The custodian hot. The custodian ain't going in, but the custodian hot. I don't know who they think gonna go in there and clean all that up. I'm not straightening that room back up. I was in there all summer getting them floors right. I'm not going back in there. Third, 3 desks. She was able to block the 2 desks. The child then took a wooden hanger. Again, I don't know if they got a Motel 6. I don't know what they're doing with wooden hangers in the classroom. I don't know what I've been in a lot of classrooms. The teacher probably usually goes against plastic hangers. I don't know where they had wooden hangers. Why they got wooden hangers in the classroom? I don't know. Somebody done stole. You don't put good hangers in a classroom. That they don't get no good hangers. They get these Dollar Tree hangers. You don't get them no good hangers. They don't even need no hangers. Just put it in the cubby hole. You supposed to put it in the cubby. That child got a hanger and threw it at the principal. Unfortunately, the hanger hits the principal in the eye. She said, and knocked her eyeball out. And he is still alive. Knocked her eyeball out. They had to airlift her to a hospital where they had to go and try to reattach her eye. Airlifted to the hospital to try to reattach her eye. She's still blind in that eye. And they let the child go home with his parents. With his parents. The child went home with his or her parents. The child should went home in a box. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. My mom was a teacher, and I'm with you. I'm with you, Snoop. My mom was a teacher. My mom was a teacher. You knock my mama's eye out the socket, you finna, no pun intended, you finna see me. Biblically speaking, we going eye for an eye. We going eye for eye. I ain't even gonna let you pick. I don't know who got a good eye and a bad eye. I guess you got, I'm gonna be like, are you right-eyed or left-eyed? I hope you're not left-eyed because you'll burn my house down. But if you right-eyed or left-eyed, that's all I want to know. But one of these eyes have got to go. And you can't be like, people like, oh, I be suing the family. For what? You ain't gonna get no money out of the family. You can't get blood from a turnip. I don't know why people always be like, I would sue, I would sue, I would sue. So for sue for what? Nah, I ain't got no money. You ain't gonna never get it. You gonna get a judgment? You gonna make their credit bad? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. All right, that's the second thing. Principal. Schools in shambles. People don't want to go in there and work in these schools, and I don't blame them. Teachers, they got to take some of these restrictions off teachers. Because everybody knows what the restrictions are. People know that you can't put hands on a student. The current policy is a teacher's always in the wrong because they put their hands on the student. These kids know it, the parents know it. So the kids feel like they can act however they want to act. Let it go back to choke slamming is allowed. If you could choke slam a child, I bet you some of the behaviors will change. I bet you won't roll up on Miss Johnson no more. Little Tim, you know what? You ain't nothing but a old long titty having. Bam! Got him. Can't sue school system. School system got lawyers in place. The lady that got shot. This was so crazy about it. There's a teacher that got shot in class. Elementary school teacher. Teachers got shot in class. Do you know the school system got their lawyers together and was like, no, this is a workers' comp claim. I got shot in class, and you just want me to I'm going through therapy. My life ain't never going to be right again. And you telling me all I can get back is my paycheck? Y'all done lost y'all ever-loving mind. The school system don't want to, they ain't caring about these teachers. John just said a taser is not the same. Listen, if you could just tase kids, that'd probably be a problem. Because then they had teachers like me. I'd be walking through the line. Y'all ain't in that straight line. I'm sneak tasing you. I'm just walking by you real quick. Oh, you know, oh my God, Jimmy's having a seizure. The school system cares about the school system. That lady got shot. That lady got shot in class. And the school system said no. And I know the school system lawyers just doing their job, but that lawyer was like, let's not pay out. Let's make that part of her workers' comp claim. Workers' comp? I mean, I'm a teacher. I'm not in the army. That's that. So I saw all these things on social media yesterday, and I thought about how social media is influential, but it's way too powerful. There's no censure. People do not have any kind of sense when it comes to social media. Now, I'm going to say this, and this was a topic I saw on many different posts yesterday. I talked about it. I had to come make sure that I got my heart right. I had to kind of pray a little bit before I started talking about it this morning. Apparently, on yesterday, we have a very large bridge here in this area called the Jordan Bridge. I've walked the Jordan Bridge. I'm going to tell you right now, you get to the top of that Jordan Bridge, if your mind ain't 100% stayed on Jesus, if you're going through anything, it's over the side. Right? Over the side. You see people now, people are going through a lot. We always talk about mental health and mental illness and how we have to deal with mental illness, right? Mental illness is such a real thing. So many people are going through so much mentally. You never know what people are going through, right? So apparently yesterday, a young man was at his wit's end. Young man was at his wit's end. Didn't have anywhere to turn. Was contemplating, let me go ahead and end my life. Drove to the top of the bridge, sat on the side of it while he's contemplating. This is all I got. I'm at the lowest point of my life. This is what I'm doing. Because of the society we live in, somebody, of course, had their camera out. Instead of going out there and be like, hey, man, you need somebody to talk to. You need a hand. You need a brother, a friend. Hey, dog, it's not that bad. Come holler at your boy. They just took a picture of it. Somebody took a picture of him. Took a picture of him. Then they posted the picture on social media. And they hit you with that whole check on your peoples. Somebody about to jump off the Jordan Bridge. They don't know that he was going to jump. You saw the police were there. But people posted it. Then it spread like wildfire. Because people love trauma. People love trauma. People love trauma. We love trauma. It's called the perverseness of man. That's just what we do. We see a train wreck about to happen. We love it. I ain't even gonna lie. We love fight videos. We love Trump, the ridiculous stuff. You show a high school graduation. Nobody want to see that. Nobody want to see a high school graduation unless somebody failed. Unless somebody did something out of the ordinary. I saw something yesterday when they talked about pastors. They talk about so many pastors out there that are doing great. Pastors are doing great. They're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing this, they're doing that. They're doing just what they're supposed to do as far as pastors, right? And then people was like, well, how come we don't hear about it? And the man said very simply, because we never hear about successful landings of a plane. We only hear about the crashes. Hundreds and thousands of times per day, planes land successfully. And you never hear about, nobody's like, hey man, guess what? Another successful plane landing. We only talk about the crashes. We only talk about when it goes wrong. So the young man is sitting on the side of the bridge, contemplating suicide, contemplating ending his life. And now he's gone viral. Gone viral. And everybody was like, and then people started saying stuff that really got on my nerves. I don't think first of all, I don't think anybody gets the trigger that it is to see that. It's people who have lived through suicide. It's people who have lost family members through suicide. And so now they go on their online, and that's the first thing that they see. It's people who have lost. It's people that have lost their loved one on that bridge. And so now they got to look and see. That's possibly how my husband was, my son, my brother, in the same exact position. But you call yourself helping. We was helping. No, you won't. There's never been a police protocol where the police says, I know what to do. Put his picture on social media. Never. People who are trained professionals, the number that you dial, 988. 988 will never tell you, okay, take a picture of and put it on social media. Hopefully somebody recognizes it. There's a multitude of reasons why. They were like, well, somebody could have came and talked them off. But you don't know if that person is his trigger. What if the first person, what if that young man had been getting sexually abused by his father? And the only way that he could figure out to get away from this is to kill himself. But you, because you know everything, you decide, oh, let's share his picture. And who sees it but the daddy? The daddy's the first one to show up on the scene. Now he jumps. They may have been able to talk to him and find out I'm jumping because of my dad, but you don't give him that chance because you decided when you're untrained, unknowing, can't handle the situation yourself, that we need to put it on social media because you don't think about what ifs. We don't think about all of the facts. We just become, let's put it on social media. So now he jumped because the person who responded was his trigger. Was the person who drove him to this point. His people could see him. They could have came out there. You don't know. What if he didn't want his mama to see him in a position like this? My mama gonna see this. It's on social media. That means my mama gonna see this. I can't go back home to my mama. I can't go home to my mama now. Have you seen Life? There's a scene in Life where the man was going to get freed from jail, but he had become a part of the alphabet community in jail. And everybody else said, man, you should be happy. You about to go home tomorrow. That man would rather kill himself than to go home and let his mama see a version of him that wasn't what he would think would meet her standards. So he would rather die. That young man could have seen the same thing, but we put it up there. Then people started giving me ridiculous excuses for why it was positive. Man, we put the picture up and people was able to pray for him. So you telling me your Christianity is so weak? Christianity is so weak as a whole that you can't pray for them unless you see their picture. I don't even want to be that kind of Christian. That's what's crazy. People was like, we were able to go into corporate prayer because we saw his picture. So you can't, you tell me that somebody couldn't post, hey, there's a gentleman on the side of the bridge about to jump. You can't say, Lord, I don't know that young man, but please touch his heart, touch his mind, save him. It took a picture for you to be able to be a Christian. Save that. You put it on your page because you wanted the views, you wanted the sensationalism, You wanted people to see, and you didn't care about him, which is exactly why he was on the side of that bridge. The reason that man was on the side of that bridge is because he felt like nobody cared, and he wasn't valuable, he wasn't important, and y'all proved that point. You proved the point. You proved the point. You proved to him that at his lowest point, the lowest point of his life, you ain't care enough about him to give him grace. The Christian in you couldn't figure out a way to show grace. I don't want to be that kind of Christian. I say all the time, man, there's a lot of stuff in Christianity that I can't. I be checking out what the Buddhists is doing. I be trying to figure out what the Buddhists is doing. I be looking. There's a lot of stuff that y'all pull and y'all blame on Christianity, man. That jank is some foolishness. It's it's crazy. It pains me sometimes to identify as Christian. It pains me. Hurts my heart. It's probably easier to hurt my glutes because my glutes are weak. Got these weak glutes, which is crazy. But that was that. All right, those were those things. So I got to get to the word of the day, then I'm getting out of here. I just want us to be better, man. I want us to be better. And if anybody was offended by what I said, I apologize. I'm gonna be a better person. I used to have the thing, if you was offended, oh well, so what? I don't mean to offend, but I do mean to help spread your mindset. I want y'all to think. I want us to think differently. I'm an introspective thinker. I see every side of it. I weigh them. I be like, I'm not apologizing, Monica, but I can't talk about caring about people's mental health and showing grace and don't show grace to other people. So I'm showing grace. Did you just say they could take it up with the God of their choice? You know what? I'm not even dealing with you. The word of the day today is Clement. Clement is a formal word used to describe weather that is mild or inclement. Or in other words, neither too hot nor too cold. Clement is also something used to describe someone who is inclined to be merciful or lenient, such as in a clement judge. Although she loves visiting the Northeast, she prefers to live in places with a more clement climate, without heavy snows or high heating bills. Clement. Clement. That's it. End of the show. I want to do this. Terry Butler, thank you so much for coming in. We still haven't been on that bike ride yet. I've been hit by a car before me and you were able to ride. That's crazy. But you told me we was gonna go on a bike ride. We never did. I don't understand. Terry Butler, light skin, just wouldn't be there for me. I watched basketball yesterday. I'm an Indiana Fever fan. I finally decided to choose a WNBA team. I'm already a Washington Wizards fan. I didn't want to put myself through the struggle of being a Washington Mystics fan. So I went Indiana, Caitlin Clark and the girls. And I watched Angel Reese play. This has nothing to do with race, religion, none of that kind of stuff. That girl is a horrible basketball player. She rebounds like no other, but offensively, it is offensive. Offensively, she is offensive. She just be throwing the ball at the basket. And she is a Christian because she is praying her hind parts off. NFL starts next Thursday. This is the last week off. Next Thursday, go ahead and be ready to ride or die with your team. Get ready to ride or die for your team. It starts next Thursday. Everybody got a fresh start with Super Bowl dreams. And then after week 1, that toilet is flushing on a lot of people. A lot of people. A lot of toilet flushing. High school football starts today in this area. The team on High Street plays against Grafton. Go Grafton. Go Grafton. What's so crazy for me is as y'all know, I'm coaching at the only high school that matters, Manor High. We take on War Hill today in Williamsburg. I got it now that the kids can't even say the name of that school on High Street. I make them run laps if they say the name of the school. I make them run laps. They say if they say week 4, they say week 4, and they say we're gonna play against that school on High Street. I make them run laps. It's all about the Mustangs and nobody else. Class of 1974. There you go. It ain't about, listen, it's not about humility. It's not about nothing, but we building a program over there. So big shout outs. But big shout outs to the kids over on High Street when they go take on Grafton. Churchland plays somebody. And we play in War Hill. Support all the kids. Support all the kids. Support all the kids. Find a way to support the kids. And I say this and I mean it. I don't think there's a problem with these rivalries. As long as we keep it healthy. The end of the day, everybody cares about the kids. Support the kids. The kids need to know that somebody's supporting them and pushing them. Even if you can't go to the games, man, find out what the school may or may not need. There's little things that people don't need. People don't know. We got to feed the kids prior to the game. Some teams feed the kids after the games. Sometimes these athletes, they leave their house 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. They're not going to get home until 11 o'clock at night. So we got to feed them the whole time. We got to feed them the whole time. Like they get their breakfast at school, they get their lunch at school, but they got to get dinner and after game snack. So we got to look out. We got to look out for these kids. Make sure that these kids are fed, that they're eating, that they're doing. And we got some fantastic. The school on High Street has the Doggy Divas. They do a fantastic job of feeding those kids and taking care of them and providing them with a lot of stuff. I think that Churchland has the Mother Truckers. And we're working on a program over at Manor. We're working on a program over at Manor. If you want to get them snacks, remember these are high schoolers, but they grown men. But you can get them something light, nuts, chips, things of that nature that they can have maybe on the bus ride. But look, their school on High Street is getting baked chicken, string beans, mac and cheese, rolls, lemon pound cake. And I'm good. I want them to eat heavy like that. I want them to eat that heavy. I want them to be a little tired, a little sluggish. Double that up when y'all play us. Double that up. Add some lasagna or something. But try to stay away from like the fried chickens and things like that. But if you can, go to your school, go to the school, see what they need, and be prepared to help out. See, Tamika said I've cooked for the Mother Truckers. Yeah, so appreciate it. Appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all that have helped out. Be out there and support. Well, Berta, I think we got our team is small. I think we're dressing out like 35 players today. Yeah, we dressing out 35 kids today, Wilberta. So if you want to donate to the team, got to be at least enough for 35 kids. We dressing out 35 kids and 7 coaches. And 7 coaches. Coaches need love too. We be out there with them. If they don't eat, if they not eating, we not eating either. I mean, sunflower seeds. That you can never go wrong donating sunflower seeds to the coaches. You can never go wrong. No bags, no bag policy. There's no bags allowed. No bags allowed. No bags allowed. No bags. Can't bring bags. Even though we're on the road, I don't know about North, but even at War Hill, no bags. And at all the home games, no bags. They don't care what kind of bag. Unless it's colostomy, don't you bring it. Unless it's colostomy, don't you bring it. And I know we can't have sunflower seeds at War Hill. They care about that field terribly. If you're going to bring snacks, you can bring them right to the main office. If you're bringing them to Manners coaches, we are in the back. We're in the back. Which crew you talking about? Monica can't cook for us. She gonna put Norcom food on it. And if you ain't, I know you ain't talking about John Crew. Word, I'll get the cases of water from you today, Monica. Just tell me where to come get them from. All right. So we out. I'm having personal conversations on social media. But thanks to all of y'all for the support. At the end of the day, man, these are all no, she ain't cooking nothing for our team. At the end of the day, man, these are all good kids, man, that just need some kind of guidance. At the end of the and a lot of them just need somebody to care for them. They need to know somebody cares about them. Also, the band, the cheerleaders, all those are varsity. The cheerleaders are varsity sport. The band, they out there working just as hard as we are. The band gets out there in the heat just like we do. They practice just as hard as we do. So the band and the cheerleaders, all of them, cheerleaders gonna be there. They're gonna be looking pretty. There's gonna be weave alerts. You never know. Eyelashes could be all over the place. It's just eyelashes. So we gotta get out there. So all of those people, man, big shout outs to all the people that are giving. Hey, man, you're important. You're worth it, man. You deserve all the good things in life, man. And sometimes the bad things in life happen, but they're still good to be found in every situation. Sometimes we just got to look different, change our perception, our perspectives. Those things lead to greater influences. One of the things that I tell people, I tell the kids all the time at practice, you can either make excuses or make it happen. So let's make it happen today, man. Let's not make any excuses. We're going to be better because of it. I'll be back tomorrow, man. Hopefully, Lord willing, the creek don't rise to be a little bit better than I was today. I appreciate the love of all of y'all, man. Thank y'all for bearing with a little boy from Portsmouth as he keeps doing what he tries to do to the best of it. Be out. I'll let you go.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Clayton Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Clayton Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off